YouTube. It's the Afro Thunder, and I'm back here with another tech tutorial on how to ink pictures from sketches you've drawn and how to scan them in and ink them in Photoshop using Adobe CS4. And you're going to want to go ahead and sketch in or scan in your picture. When you do that, it looks like this here. And I do my work in pencils. I just think it looks a lot smoother and stuff. So you're going to come here to File and hit Import, and you're going to hit the WIA dash whatever your printer is. It's just a simpler way to import and scan your pictures. And this will come up. You want to make sure you scan it in black and white, and then adjust the settings down here. And then you want to go ahead and hit and make sure it says 300 DPI. And then you're good to go. I've already scanned mine in, so I'm going to skip the waiting around part. And once you scan it in, it'll probably look something like this if you did it in pencil. So now you have this, and you're going to come over to here and right click your background layer, make a duplicate, and then once you've done that, you're going to hit a new layer on top of there and drag it underneath. And then once you've done that, you're going to fill that layer that you drag underneath it, fill it with white. This will be your white layer, and this will help you see the lines underneath your drawing as you ink it, as you go ahead and ink. And then make sure your background copy is down to around 25-27%. It's usually what I work at. Alright, now once you've done that, it'll look like this, kind of faded. You're going to hit a new layer, and this will be where you do all your inking on your layer. Alrighty. Now you're going to use the alright, let's zoom in on this real quick. Hang on. Don't want to ink from that far away. Alright. Now that you have this, I use the pen tool method of inking, mainly because I find that's the best, the easiest way to ink, I think. A little tedious, but well, it's just easier. Even though it is quite tedious, but you're going to use your pen tool. Go ahead and select it, make sure your foreground color is black. And then, once you've done that, you're going to come up and edit your brushes. Also make sure this is on paths, not the other setting. And make sure your auto delete is on, obviously. And then once all those settings are set up and ready to go, you come over to your brush. And I usually work with a 9 pixel for most lines, but if it gets really big where I have to shade somewhere, I usually use a bigger pixel. You just kind of go along with wherever your shadowing is, or whatever you see where your shadowing is going to be, like around the bottom of his arm right here. I'd use a bigger brush to do that part. But for most lines, I just use a 9 pixel brush for now. So now we'll come over here and let's do this part of his arm right here. And you start by making points along your pencil line all the way down and all the way back up a little bit. There you go. And you're going to right click and hit stroke path, and then make sure this is on brush, not any of these, just brush. And then make sure it's on the simulate pressure. Then you're going to hit OK. And boom, you got a nice solid black line on your drawing. But you still have your little points here. You don't want those because they don't look good when you color. So you're going to right click basically how you do your entire drawing here. But if you have to fill in like a really big area, like this little section right here, let's fill it in right here. You're gonna basically just trace around the area like this. Alright, and then you're gonna right click and hit fill path, and you leave everything the same, leave it okay, and there you go. And then you're gonna right click and make sure you delete your paths. There you go, and now it's a solid shaded area. So that's basically how you do it. You just do that for your entire picture on your photo, and you just keep going and stuff. So once again, you just make some paths here. You just keep on clicking. This method is really great if you don't have a pad. So right click, stroke paths, delete paths, and there you go. Do that for your entire drawing until you get something that looks like this. Hang on, let me open up this is colored already. I'm still trying to work on it, but I can show you what the inked layer looks like. Whoops, white back on. There you go. Until you get something like this, that's what it'll look like when you're all done without the pencil lines. It just looks really clean and sharp, and looks a lot better than those sketchy lines on your piece of paper and stuff. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any more questions, leave them at the bottom. I'll try to answer them as best I can. For now, this is the F with Thunder, and